Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Green. This is another in my series of recordings for geometry. I appreciate you listening to these. They do help you and get you prepared to do the lessons and take the quizzes, okay? We are working our way through Unit 2. We're up to cones. So we're going to be looking at cones. One of my favorite things, what are in cones? Ice cream. Ice cream cones. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the ice cream cone today. Don't forget, quiz corrections. Anytime you got a low grade, make those corrections. It helps your grade. It really does. Due dates. Don't let things go beyond 28 days. Get them completed. Okay? So, surface area and volume of cones. I like the volume of cones. They hold more ice cream. Okay? So, what is a cone? Cone is just like a pyramid. Okay? Where a pyramid came to a point, so does a cone. It has a base. The base on a cone is a circle. So you're looking at a circle with a point at the top. That's the type of shape you're looking at. Okay? Just like in a pyramid, you find the lateral surface area and you add one base onto it. Okay? And then just like a pyramid, we're going to replace that lateral surface area with pi RL. Why pi RL? Well, that is actually the formula we're going to it's just a formula. I can develop it for you in the lessons themselves, but I think you'll see that that is the lateral surface area. What does this relate to? If you're talking about an ice cream cone like this, it's the amount of cone that you've got. Okay? And the base, pi r squared. You're adding that on. Okay? The L is the slant height. That's how much you slide down the cone from the point down to the base. Okay? It's not the height of the cone, it's the slant down the side. Okay? So we're trying to figure out how much ice cream cone we've got on this cone right here. So what do? We take pi times 9 times 15. Pi times 9 times 15 plus pi times 9 squared. That's all there is to it. It's 135 plus 81, and you add those together, you get 216 pi. Then you multiply it by 3.14 if you have to, and you wind up with 679 centimeters squared of ice cream cone. A lot of ice cream cone. Here's another example. 48 centimeters across. That's a diameter. We need the radius. Take half of that, 24. So we're going to say pi times 24 times the slant height, 30. 24 times 30 times pi. And then we're going to say pi times 24 squared. Add those together, we get 1,296 pi, or about 4,070 cubic or square centimeters of cone. Okay? Another example. Oh, wait a second, they didn't give me the slant height on this one. We need this height out here, the slant height. We're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem to get it, aren't we? 12 squared plus 24 squared gives me this 720. Take the square root of it, we get 26.8. We're going to say pi times the radius, 12 times 26.8 plus pi times 12 squared. Multiply that all out. Just a matter of doing it on a calculator. It's approximately 1,460 centimeters squared. Okay? Moving on, we're going to go to volume. Volume of a cone, just like in a pyramid, has that same factor, 1/3. A cone is 1/3 of a cylinder. Okay? We're going to find the area of the base times the height. Same process we did for pyramids in relationship to prisms. We're going to do with cones in relationship to cylinders. Okay? So here we've got a radius of 9. That's going to be 9 squared plus the height, or times the height, 12. So 9 squared times 12 divided by 3 is going to give you 324 pi, or 1,020 centimeters cubed. So what does this represent? This represents the amount of ice cream that's in the ice cream cone. That's what volume is. It's the ice cream that's in the ice cream cone. Okay? Here's one that's sloped off to the side. So maybe this is a, what would you call it? A waffle cone, maybe? It's got a radius of 3. So I'm going to say 3 squared times the height, 22. 3 squared times 22 is 66 pi. And if you needed to multiply that out, you'd multiply that out to tell you exactly what the volume is. But in this case, they left it in terms of pi. It's probably because weren't given 3.14 as something we needed to multiply by. It's a lot of ice cream. 22 centimeter cone. That's 66 pi cubic centimeters of ice cream. Okay? Here's an example at 2.8 centimeters across. That means it's a 1.4 radius. You multiply 1.4 times 1.4 times 3.5, the height of the cone, and divide it by 3. You wind up with 7.19 cubic centimeters. This is a little bit closer to what you would see in a regular normal ice cream cone. It's only about 4 inches, 3.5 centimeters one way, and 2.8 centimeters in diameter. Okay, we've worked several example problems there. You're going to see problems in the problem set that you need to make certain you understand. I do appreciate you guys sending me the fact that you're in geometry and what section you're in. It helps me find your information quicker and answer your questions more appropriately. I do want to remind you, I have tutoring on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You're perfectly welcome to come, and I will try to answer any questions you have. I look forward to seeing you next time.